Okay, thanks for joining me. Today we're going to do a beef sandwich. So we're going to start with 2 ounces of olive oil just to coat the meat so that the spice will stick a little better. We're going to start with 2 ounces of beef Randwich dry rub, and we're going to coat that thoroughly so it gets good flavor throughout the whole piece of meat. And I'm going to add a little bit of Bring the Heat dry rub. I want a little spice in this sandwich, so we're just going to add about a tablespoon. So once that's done, we're going to rub it in thoroughly. Now we're going to move it to the tray provided for the smoker that I have outside, and we're going to take that outside and put it in the smoker. So here we are at the smoker. We're going to add the wood chips and the drip pan, and it should take about 3 hours to cook this piece of meat. Okay, here we are 3 hours later. We're going to pull this meat out. We're going to check it, make sure it's done. And we're going to take that inside. Finished meat. So we're going to let that stand for about 20 minutes before we cut into it. In the meanwhile, I'll show you how to prep my signature stuffed jalapeno peppers. So we'll start with the peppers. You're going to want to cut them down the center, about 3/4 of the way down. And depending on how many people you're cooking for, you may have to prep a dozen of them depending on how many people you're having over for a barbecue. I'm going to do 2 today. So once you've got them cut down the center, we're going to pull all the seeds out of the middles. So once that's complete on all your peppers, we'll move on to the next step, and that is stuffing them. So I'm going to use a herb and garlic cream cheese, and you're just going to pry them open, and you're going to fill the inside with the cream cheese. So once that's complete on all the peppers that you're prepping up for that dinner, we're going to wrap them in bacon. So I like to start at one end, pull it nice and tight, and roll on an angle. So the tighter you get it, the more cream cheese is going to stay inside the pepper. Finished peppers coming out of the oven. You'll see the cream cheese just started to seep out. So we're going to set them aside, and we're going to top our sandwiches with that after we're finished. Okay, you can see I have already sliced up the meat from the smoker. We have a garlic mayonnaise. We have a soft mozzarella, mushrooms, and red onions. So first what we're going to do is we're going to use, instead of butter, we're going to use the garlic mayonnaise to toast the buns. It does the same thing as butter, except it'll give it a lot more flavor. So we're going to use this the same way we would use butter to toast any bun. So we're going to pan fry those, and there's the finished product. So we've done our mushrooms already. and we're ready to build our sandwich. So we're going to start with red onion. Then we're going to pile on the meat. So once you have all the meat on, you can add your toppings. I'm going to use a soft mozzarella. And on top of that, we're going to add the mushrooms that we fried up earlier. So once you have your 4 layers of flavor, I add a little bit more of the garlic mayonnaise for flavor. We'll top these sandwiches. And then we'll add our sandwich topper, the stuffed jalapeno bacon wrapped. Finish topping these sandwiches. Click the like button below, subscribe, leave some comments on sandwiches you want to see in the future. Head on over to Randwich.ca, order up some spices, and I will see you on the next one.